तो आज के ला लीगा मैच डे का टाइटल होना चाहिए था व्हाट यू कैन डू आई कैन डू इवन बेटर बिकॉज ऑनेस्टली गाइज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल रियल मैड्रिड लॉस्ट 2-1 against Valencia and Barcelona drew 1-1 against Real Betis. Both the big teams, couldn't click in the right moment. Barcelona even more so because they had the opportunity to go 6 points up on top of the table and then they squandered chances like these. It was unexpected. And first of all, Real Madrid guys, the only problem with Real Madrid this season has been defense. I've said it time and time again. Real Madrid को offensively and midfield में भी कोई problem नहीं है. Not as much, they have problems but not as much as they have problems defensively, because today the game that they lost was majorly because of defense. Also because Valencia के कुछ players ने master class, like they outperformed the entire game. But I swear to God, Real Madrid tonight was a show of what they are lacking in defense. The fact that they have Rudiger as their only proper center back in this team right now. Even though Alaba is back again, he played in the Copa del Rey, but you cannot just have one physical presence in your team. Bearing in mind कि दोनों fullbacks जो थे फ्रान गार्सिया लूकस वास्केस दोनों भी defensively bullshit है. Both are bullshit. Defensive output है ही नहीं. They have no recoveries. नो रिकवरीज में कोई इनपुट नहीं है. दे हैव नो इनपुट इन एरियल डुएल्स. ज़रा सा भी डिफेंसिव आउटपुट है नहीं ट्रैक बैक करने के लिए. इफ़ योर फुल बैक्स आर नॉट ट्रैकिंग बैक ऑन काउंटर अटैक्स देन आई डोंट थिंक they are worthy of being your fullbacks. Because guys, first of all, Real Madrid का one big weakness was the fact that they had their third choice keeper, not their fucking second choice, their third choice keeper playing tonight. Fran Gonzalez, I believe his name is. He was, even though it's his first performance this season, even though ये season first time खेल रहा है, you need to step up in the big moments, or you need to at least make sure that you are present in the game. Because आज की गेम में Real Madrid was playing without a goalkeeper. That is how it felt, that is how it seemed. Real Madrid के बॉक्स में अगर मैं भी रियल मैड्रिड के बॉक्स में जाके एक गोल की ट्राई करता, आई स्वेयर टू गॉड एटलीस्ट 3 से 4 शॉट्स ऑन टारगेट तो निकल ही जाते. बिकॉज द वे दैट this keeper was playing, he was daydreaming. That is what we could see, and I believe that is what the Real Madrid backline felt even. Also, one more problem with Real Madrid was the fact that they cannot finish their chances. They are not finishing their chances adequately. They created 3.47 expected goals tonight. 3.47, almost 4 expected goals थे आज के दिन, and उसमें से एक complete किया है, only fucking one. एक गोल मारा है out of 4 expected goals. And guys, this is not because of the fact that they have no creative quality or because they are players underperform कर रहे हैं. It's because of the fact that crucial chances है, crucial chances को convert नहीं कर रहे. First of all, this guy, I don't know why Real Madrid insists on giving the penalties. I don't know why Carlo Ancelotti insists on giving the penalties to fucking Vinicius Junior when you have a fucking World Cup winner, and at the same time a guy who scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final in Kylian Mbappe. If you have a player like Kylian Mbappe, why the fuck would you give your penalties to Vinicius Junior? Because Vinicius Junior, first of all, he's not playing for the team. He is playing only for himself. Even when he's giving the assists and even when he's giving the goals, you can see it from the you know you can see it from the body language, and you can see it from the way that his ego is striking out that he is playing only for himself. वो goals भी score कर रहा है तो वो खुद के personal glory के लिए score कर रहा है. And bear in mind, this is not some Cristiano level or उसके level की mentality नहीं है. This is purely selfishness, and this is not good for a team. In the longer run, it's not better for the team. It's not going to be good for him and for the team, because once his hunger dies out, the goals aren't going to come. And we can see this from the penalties. Last 2 penalties लिए, दोनों penalties crucial moments में miss कर दिए. So Mbappe, I believe, should stand and take up the penalties from at least the next games. And also, guys, the one problem with Real Madrid is the fact that they took fucking 15 shots in the box and could not convert even one. एक गोल नहीं convert किया है except for the Vinicius goal that came from a fucking corner. if you're not fucking scoring 15 में से एक chance, then how the fuck are you going to score against teams like Arsenal? Because the next round they're playing in the UCL, they have to fucking play Arsenal, the best defensive side in the Premier League. They're playing against Real Madrid, and Real Madrid can't even score against Valencia, the worst side in La Liga. Bear in mind, this was their first win away from home. Speaks a lot on their record right now, speaks a lot on the defensive responsibilities of the Real Madrid backline right now. Also, guys, the only reason why Real Madrid lost tonight was because Valencia के 3 players step up. ये first of all fucking man of the match performance from Mamardashvili. I don't know why Liverpool insists on waiting to let this player come to their squad, because Mamardashvili, guys, he was fucking incredible. He was incredible. 10 on 10 performance, guys. 10 on 10 performance. The only thing that he did not save was the Vinicius goal, and उसमें भी उसकी गलती थी नहीं. कॉर्नर पे नियर पोस्ट को संभालेगा, बैक पोस्ट पे उसके डिफेंडर ने उसको सपोर्ट नहीं किया, तो इट्स नॉट अ फॉल्ट फ्रॉम द कीपर. The only positive that came from Real Madrid was tonight was the fact that even though they lost, it wasn't a bad game offensively, creative wise and offensive wise. It wasn't a bad game, because honestly, guys, this team, when the midfield starts turning the ball around, they create chances. They create the particular balls that are needed to supply the front line of the team. And one thing that I want to particularly mention is the fact that one underrated thing that I want to mention about Mbappe, he scores goals, he gives you runs back off the ball. Uski movement crazy hai, we know about this. But the way that this guy steps up when you need him to, not just by scoring goals but by giving key passes. वो through balls, वो key passes बहुत कम जा रहे हैं Real Madrid की टीम में, because Toni Kroos is missing obviously. But at the same time, this team needs that fucking spark, and he every time gives it. In this moment that you see, you can understand why this guy turns up. ये shot जो था वो तो score किया नहीं उसने, but other than that, I believe if he would have converted, this would have been his goal. That is why I say he is taking responsibility. Like क्या कहते हैं ना, he is trying to stand up by creating his goals by himself. That is what a top class striker does. Overall, Real Madrid was pretty, it was a pretty decent game offensively. Valverde was everywhere on the pitch, Bellingham everywhere on the pitch. ये players है जो team के लिए लड़ रहे, झगड़ रहे, अभी भी they're trying to give it their all in the team. And I think the only bad side about this midfield was the fact that they have to rely on a 40-year-old fucking Modric who is dropping a masterclass. Even though they lost, he's dropping a masterclass even at the age of 40. He gave fucking 104 touches in the midfield. 104 touches 39-year-old midfielder से is crazy, guys. It is crazy. 3 की पास निकाल रहा है, पागल हो गया है बंदा. He's crazy. And I believe, guys, the only reason why Real Madrid lost tonight was the fact that they had a bad, shitty defensive line, shitty defense, and because Mamardashvili also stood up, took responsibility for his team, and also because 3 chances में से 2 goal score करना from Valencia is a statement. It is a statement. Now, guys, coming to the Barcelona game versus Real Betis, Barcelona के negatives पे focus करने जितने points हैं नहीं, but just to know why this team at least lost points versus Real Betis was the reason, because Real Betis ने तो defensive masterclass दिया. Like Marc Bartra turned into fucking Sergio Ramos. माल्डीनी बन गया, पागल लड़का हो गया था. एंड उन लोगों का गोलकीपर एड्रियन टूम्स, क्या कहते हैं ना, पागल हो गया. एड्रियन क्रेजी हो गया था. एड्रियन ने क्या कहते हैं ना, अपने अंदर एलिसन की आत्मा लेके आ गया. लिवरपूल में खेलता था, एलिसन की आत्मा लेके आ गया. क्रेजी परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम रियल बेटिस बैकलाइन. बट उसके अलावा द नेगेटिव्स फ्रॉम बार्सिलोना वाज द फैक्ट दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू कैन रियलाइज वेयर डैनी ओल्मो वाज रिक्वायर्ड. This season you can see how Barcelona has been performing in the midfield, because उन लोग का midfield has been consistent at least in the second half of the season with Pedri and Frenkie de Jong. But जो number 10 position है, that is the only position which has been rotating most often. Fermin Lopez, Gavi or Dani Olmo. More or less, Dani Olmo has been consistently playing in the number 10 position, but you could see why they missed him tonight, because Lewandowski he, even though he scores in crucial moments, first of all, his in behind runs are bullshit. Secondly, uske first touches are not as great as they used to be. And this is where Dani Olmo comes in. Uske first touches and the way he creates the, through balls and the creative passes that he gives, those were missed. Gavi brings in a skill set altogether different from Dani Olmo, and that is what we could realize today. Dani Olmo is missing, and that is a very crucial part of this Barcelona team. Overall, बार्सिलोना का कोई फॉल्ट लगा नहीं मुझे. इट्स जस्ट दैट दे हैव बीन फटीग्ड, क्रेजी फटीग हो चुका है. एंड आई थिंक one thing that keeps coming back to Barcelona is the fact that keeps haunting Barcelona again and again is the fact that they keep fucking missing big chances. This chance over here from Koundé, you can see that this chance was not supposed to be missed. उसको क्या कहते हैं, Lewandowski को pass कर देना चाहिए था, but instead he went selfish and he tried to score and he lost because the goalkeeper absolutely outperformed tonight. And I think this is where Barcelona has been lacking this season. I keep saying it, said it in the past 2 videos also. They have been creating more chances than any other team in Europe's top 5 leagues. So it's obvious that they have to squander some chances, क्योंकि obviously they can't score all of it. But at the same time, to not score such crucial chances will cost you in the bigger games. That is what is evident tonight also. वही हुआ. If Koundé would have passed it to Lewandowski or at least had some good finishing tonight, so this game would have been won. But then again, guys, you can't complain all the time. And honestly, Barcelona का एक problem यही है कि they have been more predictable, because Barcelona in the first half you could see that Barcelona was trying to build up more on the left hand side than the right hand side. But second half में जैसे ही we went 1-1, I understood that Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Gavi and Lamine Yamal all come towards the right hand side को ही पूरी तरह से dominate कर देते हैं, and the team knows what's going to happen. You're going to give in crosses, you're going to give in key passes, Lamine Yamal is going to dribble, and that is something that is predictable. You've been seeing it all season long from Barcelona, and not taking anything from them, they do it perfectly. But still, sometimes when you have such defensively astute teams against you, you can realize how predictable you become. You need something of a you need something of a click to just generate chances out of nowhere. But not taking anything from Barcelona, because they still have a 4-point lead, so I think they are still in the better zone. Like 4-point lead is not that bad. Knowing Real Madrid's performances this season, they still are meant to drop points. And the only good thing that I could see from Barcelona was the fact that Gavi showed what was lacking. It was the fact that they had no energy because they have been fatigued. Pura season, same squad has been fatigued, and Gavi was the standout player, obviously getting the man of the match and a goal. So obviously, overall, it wasn't a bad performance from Barca. It was just the fact that they were, being predictable and at the same time missing important chances. And of course, Real Betis, like I said, Sergio Ramos, Marc Bartra, crazy performance tonight. Crazy, absolutely crazy performance. One interesting point that I would like to highlight from Barcelona was the fact that Barcelona took 13 shots from the in the match, and from that 8 shots were inside the box, 5 shots from outside the box. And this is what has been lacking in the past few seasons. Outside the box shots were missing from Barca, and they have been constantly building up on that कि box के अंदर नहीं पहुंचे तो box के बाहर से भी shoot लेना चालू करना चाहिए. And that is something that needs to happen more than this. Like, just 5 shots in a match from outside the box is not enough. More होना चाहिए था. But then again, knowing Real Betis was defending like crazy tonight, I have to give them all the credit that they deserve. Anyways, I think La Liga has to stay on hold for midweek. UCL is up next, and we will cook. Big games coming up, big matches coming up, and let's go.